So, I guess UK is on a lockdown now too. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is Wolf with a Pencil, but as you know, you can call me Wolf for short. And today, as you can see, we're doing something a little bit different again. I'm on my bed. Yeah, you guys hardly ever see me on my bed. But, yeah. And, just in my usual lounge wear. As you know, I am not going outside. Well, apart from taking my dogs out, I will not be going outside. So, I haven't uploaded in, 2 months? I'm sorry about that. I was going to upload something to do with BTS releasing their new album, which has been like a whole month ago now. But I edited it and I filmed it and I just didn't end up uploading it because part of it was just cringy and other reasons, but I didn't end up uploading it, but I'm uploading now. Yeah, as if you can't tell by my accent if you watch me from abroad, but yeah, I live in the UK. I'm British. Yeah, as the rest of the world, we have now gone on lockdown as well. And as a student who is still currently in college, that's a bit of a tough one because we still have to continue our work. Hurrah. I'm in my last year of college, which makes it even worse because, we have a lot. I wouldn't say we have a lot more pressure because it's the same amount of pressure for the first years of my course as well. But because this is like our final year, there's no like redeeming yourself after this. So if like we do bad, that's it. Either that or we resit the whole course again, and I'm not doing that. I'm not up for that at all. Another thing is that I kind of just wanted, part of me wanted to continue with college because I just want to get this done now. I'm very, let's say, annoyed with my course just because of teachers and their issues with my way of working. Let's put it that way. Or my way of developing my work sometimes. As most art students do, we always have issues when it comes to our artwork, especially come secondary school or college, wherever you are, if it's in America or the UK or over there or over here. Obviously, the age difference in when you go to college in the US is completely different from when we go to college. Some of us who decide to go to college because it's like from 16 upwards to how old ever you want to be, but mainly from in the UK for us from secondary school, which is what we finish at the age of 15 or 16. Mainly we finish at the end of 16. We go into college from 16 upwards, and it depends how long our course is. If our course is 2 years, you're 16 to 18. Or if you're doing a 3-year course or something like that, so you'll leave at the time that you're 19. But some people have taken a gap year or two, or some people did sixth form for 1 year, and then went into college. So then when they got into college, they were like 17 or 18. 17 going on 18. Me, I went in at 16. So, yeah, I'm actually quite close to becoming an adult in a few months as well. So, obviously it's been an entire year, so you can probably guess what my age is right now. You're not stupid. But yeah, so since Monday, I have been getting emails from my teacher, my lecturer, about what we have to do. And if I just go get this paper, 1 second. So we get given briefs, get given units that last, well, some of them last longer than others. Some of them last about 6 weeks, some of them last about 4 weeks. This unit is going to last for over a month, so it's about 5, maybe 6 weeks. And it's about personal style and direction. And I've been getting emails from my teacher, saying how we've got to complete the first task, which is basically doing research on artists. For anyone who's looking to go into college or take an art course or even go to university, once you've, I guess in secondary school, it kind of gives you a bit of a format of what you will kind of basically be doing in college or university, because there's a lot of writing that goes into the courses that involve fine art and design work to do with certain courses. Some would say there's more writing than there is practical work, which I definitely do agree with. There's constantly a lot of writing involved. There's a lot of research, background research. Then there's annotations, and then health and safety and evaluation, amongst other things. And so anyone who's just going into art, you need to understand, especially if you did not take art as a GCSE form and you decided to wait till college, or sixth form or whatever you're doing, there's a lot of writing involved. So that's a heads up for you. Anyway, back on to my work. Basically, I might as well just, do a little, time lapse, I guess, of me doing my work, since there's nothing really else for me to do, and I don't have any more excuses now to not upload videos anymore. So yeah, I'll do a bit of that. And I guess we can go and talk about something else after that, or I could even do a drawing, and I'll update you on my wall, because I have done a bit more on my wall. My room looks like a pigsty, because I've kind of cleared out this area, because I'm meant to have a shelf over here next to my bed, and a desk was here beforehand. So all that stuff that was on my desk has kind of been moved to the other side of my room. So like one half of my room looks messy and one half of my room looks clean. Anyway, I am rambling, so let's just get on with it. Okay, so I have basically what I was doing was I had taken a lot of, I basically did a rough write out of all the artist research in this notepad that my auntie bought me for Christmas. Since it hasn't got used yet, I might as well have used it for this. I've got so many notepads lately, I don't know where to put them all. But yeah, and I did 4 pages worth of artist research, and each one of them is a different artist. So that should be more than enough to please my lecturer for the time being. Unfortunately, he wants it done digitally, and unfortunately for me, I don't have my own laptop yet. Funny enough, I still managed to get these videos edited quite well. For someone who's using basically a tablet to make these videos. But I don't really have a laptop on me right now. So this is as good as it's going to get for him right now. I normally would have a laptop available if I was in college. But as you know, I cannot leave my own house anymore because of this quarantine business. So what I'm about to do is take pictures and then email it to him. I know he wants me to use WeTransfer, but really and truly, I'm just going to email it to him because it's really long. So I'll get back to you once I've done that. Now that I've done that, now that I have that out of the way, I thought I could show you my mural that has been done so far, so I will get onto that. So yeah, that's the mural that I've done so far. Literally, I still have to fix the forehead a little bit because if you can see, hold on, yeah, it's just a bit too light and I need for it to fade out around here. So since, you know, I have nowhere to go and I have nowhere to be, that's what I will be focusing for the next however many weeks it is till I eventually go back to college. I obviously also have a lot of the hair to do. And what you guys don't know is that I have words here and here. This part says wolf, and then over here says queen, and then there's a part that you can't see, but right at the top it says this is me. I may need a ladder for that part, but like I was saying in the beginning, I still need to get rid of this stuff here, because basically I'm gonna have a shelf here which is gonna go long ways, and all this stuff can go within the shelves and the compartments. So yeah, so that's basically what's been happening. And this whole quarantine thing, I simply cannot believe it, you know. And what's worse is how stupid and idiotic everyone is acting. The panic buying and the just the scrambling around, the panicking, and just, you know, people out here are really starting to show their true colours. You know, as soon as, you know, this stuff happens, it's more like a every man for himself kind of thing. It's like a dog eat dog world out here. Like, everyone is rushing to buy so many things, which is unfair on the people who can't even come out of their houses, like the elderly, and even the sick who cannot come out. And once they do, they are left with nothing but scraps because these selfish people decide that they want to raid their stores. And it is actually disgusting. I am disgusted with humanity and what it has actually come to. That's my full opinion on it, really. My family had to go and
I wouldn't say we didn't panic buy, but what we did is we basically took what we needed and bought what we needed because we know that um, basically everyone will be raiding the stores. So we basically had to take for ourselves. We was considerate too, but my parents went out and had to take for themselves, not in the same way that these people panic buying. Let's get that straight. We did not panic buy. We bought the what we needed because we know if we ever wanted to go out shopping, the stuff that we will need for our daily lives, our daily essentials, will not be there at all. They won't be there. So that's what we had to do. And it wasn't, it's heartbreaking to hear that these elderly people are coming out of their homes and they have nothing in their houses, and once they get to the store there is nothing available for them because these people are running rampant through the streets, running rampant through the stores, trying to buy everything. And what I don't think people realize is that people who are either young or old or have poor immune systems, low immune systems, are the ones who are more at risk of getting this virus compared to people with strong immune systems. I'm not saying that no one can get it. Of course, anyone can get it, even if you have a really healthy, strong immune system. But at the end of the day, these other people are more at risk of getting infected by the virus, and a lot of people have overcome it, which is a good thing. So if anything, people with strong and healthy immune systems are the people who are to get over it. But raiding stores and also this thing with the whole the tissue paper thing, really? Are you over here in the UK and probably everywhere else? The toilet paper and kitchen roll section is completely empty. And it is ridiculous because these people are acting like we don't make our own toilet roll in the UK, like it comes from another country, as if we're really going to run out of toilet roll, which is not the case. These people need to do their research before they start going around in the markets and raiding the stores. It's selfish and ridiculous, and I am disgusted. I understand it's scary. Honestly, it does feel like we are in a movie right now because there's been movies like this. There have been plenty of movies exactly like the one that we're going through right now. And it is scary, but that is no reason for people to act out the way they are, for people to be stupid. And, the lockdown is to keep people safe, but the lockdown is also because people don't know how to handle themselves. People don't know how to act accordingly to the situation and just want to take for themselves. And I find it disgusting, utterly disgusting. I'm, it's repulsive. Like, it's just, I have no words. I have no words for the human race. But I feel like it's even worse the fact that we're killing each other. And now that this virus is going around, we may end up killing each other for toilet roll. There's no need. There is no need. Pasta as well is another thing. I get it. Pasta doesn't go out of date for quite a long time, and so does canned milk. You can keep for a long time. People who don't normally buy canned milk are now buying canned milk, and I'm over here thinking to myself, me and my family generally buy canned milk because, okay, this is the British coming out of me now, but because we use the canned milk for our tea because it's slightly sweeter than cow's milk, and we use our cow's milk for our cereal and other things. But now, like, we're hardly getting any canned milk because these people thinking that they're going to run out of resources. The only reason we'll run out of resources is because people keep raiding the stores. But no one seems to be getting that. And now everyone is on lockdown. We are all on lockdown, advised to stay home and not even go out as much as possible. And one of the reasons I personally think is because people don't know how to carry themselves, and people don't know how to handle themselves. And if people took the initiative at first to just stay in their homes instead of going outside for a little bit, just, go out, of course, do your work and stuff, but, going to the beach and stuff, people are still going to the beach and stuff like that. Like, of course, now we are on lockdown because no one is really listening to the advice. And as much as I hate to say it, because I don't like the fact that we're on lockdown, I don't like the fact that I have to do my education at home because of these people, because of this virus. But it goes without saying, it's not only the virus, but it's because people can't carry themselves. And that's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but that's what I think. I personally think that this is ridiculous and this is disgusting. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents into it, really, because I have nothing else to really do and I have nothing else to really say. So that is my piece on it. I find it disgusting, absolutely disgusting what we are going through right now. It's horrible and it's scary, but what makes it worse is other people. And I stand by that. I stand by that 100%. It's because of the people. I personally would love to just get everything over and done with in college so I don't have to do it again. Because that's my main reason, because now I'm constantly getting emails from my teacher to do this and do that, and it's very jarring because we're no longer in college right now and we do have other things to be doing. Our days aren't free just because we're at home. I am trying to be as productive as possible and stop being a lazy bum at home by getting up a little bit early, fixing up the house, cleaning the house, making sure my dogs have done fed and gone down and do what they need to do. So we do have responsibilities other than, just work, working for our course. And yes, if we was still going to college, we'd be still doing things like this, which is something I do have to remember. That is true. But now that we're home and we will be home, we will get our work done, but we will do it at our own pace. Me and my friend were communicating today, and she was telling me how her teacher wants them to be up and early at 9:30 every single morning for their course, and they have a timetable. Now, for my course, we haven't gotten a timetable just yet. We've just been told to do a certain amount of research for our task and just to let our tutor know that we are present and we are doing the work. But this teacher, my friend's teacher, for her course, over there is a bit of a madness. They have to be accounted for every single day, because if their attendance is not up to date, it will get noticed and it will be informed to higher people within the college and stuff like that, which could possibly in the future get you kicked off. But I don't think no one's gonna get kicked off, to be honest. Like, really, you're gonna kick me off because I'm at home, because I've got other responsibilities other than just work? You're really gonna kick me off for that? Well, that is a stupid reason. I'm telling you now, that is a very stupid reason. When we're at home, we will do our work at our own pace. It's all well and good, saying we are present and doing this and that. But when you're telling someone to wake up early for a certain amount of time, it's ridiculous, because we are now home. And at the end of the day, this isn't an online course where some people will take online courses and do their work from home. It is college. And if I personally think that my college, if they had their way, we would still be going to college right now, which is something I'm debating whether I'd be happy about or not, because at the end of the day, when it comes to my college, it's like they don't really care about your well-being or your health. They just care about getting the work done. And my college was very late in closing down our college, very, very late, if not maybe a few days before we was told about the lockdown. So, but yeah, that is my 2 cents into this whole shenanigans of a mess. I hope. Oh wait, before I even go, I can show you what I have been drawing, other than my painting. Because obviously this is an art channel, and I can't just not put art in my channel. So the last drawing that last two drawings that I've done. This one is Johnson, one of my original characters for my story that I'm writing, and I wanted to draw him in pen, as normally I draw them in like pro markers and stuff, but I wanted it to give like a night feel, as if like no lights on, it's midnight and stuff like that, and it came out quite nicely. I actually did this after I had lesson in college, and I was sitting waiting for my friends and talking to one of my friends while I was drawing this, so it was quite nice. And then I did this at home, Doja Cat, and the reason I drew this is because when she performed on the Jimmy Fallon show, which I'm kind of a fan of, not gonna lie, I do like Jimmy Fallon. So she performed on the Jimmy Fallon show, and I personally like Doja Cat. Well, I like some parts of her because she can be a bit weird at times, but I loved her performance, and I loved the clothing she was wearing during the Jimmy Fallon show. So I decided to draw it because I got really inspired. So yeah, that's the drawings I've had since. Oh, and also there are other drawings I haven't even shown you. Let me just go through them quickly. So since 2019, I did this. Bye bye 2019, which is, this is my avatar for my YouTube channel. This is me with the ears and the tail. Me again in the bathtub, deep thinking, ears and the tail, that's my thing. And then this was inspired by a book I was reading. I love that book so much. I think it's my favorite book so far, since I've gone back into reading a lot more, and I wanted to do it. I wouldn't say it's my New Year's resolution, because I don't do that. It's just a goal that I want to set for myself in order to read more, because when I do get into books, I do read a lot. And this drawing was of a main character called Selena, and she's an assassin. And when I was reading it, it felt like I was reading a manga, so that's why I kind of drew it in like an anime manga style form. Then the next thing was a new character that I was inspired to draw, because she is one of my friends who I told her I would add her into my story and give her a character and a name. So that's her. I also, without the ears and tail now, but I also drew me and one of my closest family members, my cousin, who has even was a sister, as a in semi-realistic form, really. So, yeah. I also drew my old OCs that was inspired by Ruby. I drew them all together. And this was like the redraw improvement style. So, we have Laban, Violet, Sylvia, and Robin. So that's that right there. Then I did a redraw here. My cousin, actually, funny enough, has the redraw that I did in 2015, and it was horrendous, I'm telling you. And I also did, this was also a redraw. I can't remember what I redrawed. Oh, it was a redraw that I did for my mum, because I gave her a picture years ago, and I wanted to redraw that. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any opinions on this situation that the entire world is going through right now, because obviously it is affected a lot of us, not if not all of us, And I just hope everyone stays strong. I hope everyone stops panicking as well. That's another thing. People, please stop panicking, stop raiding the stores, because this is why we are running out of resources and essentials. And just stay safe, stay inside. I shouldn't have to tell you to wash your hands because you should have been doing that anyway. I've been doing that for years. I don't have to tell myself to not wash my hands when I come home or use hand sanitizer when I am out. I've been doing that for years. I even change my clothes as soon as I come in the house because I've been sitting on buses and trains and stuff at college or school. So that's another thing as well. But wash your hands, stay safe, and I guess since I've got a lot of free time now when I'm not doing my coursework, my artwork, I'll upload if I have the time to. So yeah, no more excuses, I guess. But I'm not gonna give you a time or a place or a date because that's just too long. But yeah, this has been Wolf with a Pencil, and she's howling at the moon, and she is out. Bye. Peace.